What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another update. Just a quick one today, just to talk about a few different things. First of all, Tottenham have confirmed that the home and away shirts will be launched tomorrow, 30th of July. There is a launch, some sort of launch going on, probably via the website.
AJ Tracy involved?
Most probably AJ Tracy, Georgia Killier, all the usuals. But no, I'm going to bring the pictures up on screen. So the home shirt is, I think we've made a video on it before when it was leaked, but the home shirt is white with like grey patches. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
With like the kind of blue shoulders. What do you think?
Not so sure about it. I don't know. I have to give it all. I guess it's better than when we had those yellow stripes on the sides. I didn't like that one.
But we actually did really well that season.
We did like it. You got good memories of it. But this one, the jury's out, but I guess you have to take a look how Harry Kane looks in it. If he gets a good look in it.
It's always when you don't like the kit at first look. We actually always do well that season. Remember the one with the yellow, the green from last season, Champions League final? We hated that when it first came out.
I like the green. I always like the green. I always love that green.
Yeah, sure, of course you do.
But
watch our Newcastle away vlog from last season and see if you really like the green.
As long as we don't have any light blue shirts, I don't care.
And the away shirt is supposed to be green.
Different green.
It's a
like
dark,
turquoise.
It's a very dark green.
Okay.
And that's supposed to be our away shirt.
Turtle.
Which are both being launched tomorrow, and then there's a yellow one that's coming out with a central badge. But
really?
I'm not sure when that's going to be launched.
I haven't seen the yellow one.
That's horrible.
Horrible.
It's horrible.
Would you have the green one?
No, I don't like any of them.
Who's been designing them?
The green one's weird because it's got like a pink finish. So, I don't know.
Pink finish?
Yeah.
What's going on? Who's designing these kits? Spurs got to shape up, man. Nike, what's going on?
Yeah.
They're sponsoring us all this money.
I really liked the kits last season. I thought they were like very simple, classic. I know we're not very fond of light blue kits, but I actually visually like the light blue kits.
The light blue kit was lovely, but we always do badly in it. That's the problem. We're just not good at it. It's not a very dominant colour. We're very submissive. We submit to the opposition.
All right, well, that's the kits. Let me know in the comment section below if you're a fan of any of the kits or if you hate them like me. Let me know in the comment section below. Now let's talk about one Foyth.
Yeah.
Because he's been linked with a move away for a while now.
Yeah, and he said a couple of days ago, I believe that, he said he's in the summer, he's looking for either a move or a permanent, but he's pretty much confirmed that he is very likely to be leaving this summer.
Yeah.
Which I think is a bit of a shame because I think he has a bit of quality about him. I quite like him as a player, but I don't know, Mourinho doesn't fancy him, does he?
Yeah, I think it was evident from the beginning. But I'm not sure. He's been out injured so much recently over the past year. He's hardly kicked the ball really. Even when Poch was here, he was struggling to get on the pitch because of his injuries. So I don't know. I've got mixed reaction to this one Foyth thing because on one hand, I've got fond memories of when Pochettino was here. I could see his strengths. Obviously, I think when Pochettino was here, you would have backed Foyth to become a regular for us in the future. But now, since Jose's come, you really can't see anything. And I think maybe Marcelo Bielsa can get a tune out of him for Leeds.
I feel like he's just not a real Mourinho type defender. Mourinho likes his defenders to be defend first, like always, like love defending that kind of defender. He's not that kind of player. He likes to get the ball on the ground. His main attributes are his composure on the ball and his ball playing abilities instead of his defending. So I think he can develop into a very good player, but I think for the time being, I think Jose values other defenders higher than him. So I think he's right to seek a move, to be honest.
And out of everyone in the squad, you're looking at the squad about where we can get money in to spend on transfers. Because if it's to be rumoured that we need players in we need players out before we can get players in, he's probably the only one that you can look at and think that we're actually going to sell. Like apart from him or potentially Lamela, apart from those two. But I think Jose likes Lamela, especially coming off the bench. So Foyth is actually the only one which I can see us getting any decent amount of money in for.
Yeah, who else? We'll probably. I can't see us getting more than 15-20 for Foyth.
20 is a bit of a stretch. I was thinking 10-15.
10-15 for Foyth. Yeah, you're probably right there. Maybe Serge Aurier.
No, because if we take out Serge Aurier, we need to bring in 2 right backs.
Correct.
So I can't see that happening.
Yeah, but we could fetch 20 million for him probably, maybe.
Yeah, but I just can't see us selling him just because we need him too much, that position.
Yeah, and then Lamela, you're not going to get more than 15, 20 from Lamela as well. So it's not a lot of money, unless we're going to sell like Ndombele or Dele Alli or something. There's not a lot of money to be made for the players that we have. So it's going to be very difficult for Tottenham to sell to buy this summer.
And if we are to sell Foyth, do you think that 15 million is good value for him?
Probably. We signed him for 8, so it's profit, 7 million profit. I think we're not going to get any more from him in the current market. I know he's shown glimpses, but he hasn't shown enough
not for a while either.
To get any more for his performances. So I think 15 million would probably do well to get 15 million, to be honest, out of him.
All right, let's move on to Troy Parrott and Oliver Skipp. It's rumoured they are both going to be going out on loan next season. Let's start off with Ollie Skipp. Obviously, Mourinho has been singing his praises. He's just signed a brand spanking new contract. And Jose was saying Ollie Skipp wants to go out on loan, but for selfish reasons, he didn't want him to go out on loan. He wanted him to be part of his squad because he rates him very highly. But him being part of the squad means he won't be seeing match minutes. Mm-hmm. So that will stunt his growth. So what do you make out of it? Skipp wants to go out on loan to get the minutes.
Yeah, he's rumoured to be linked with a move to Fulham, which apparently is dependent on whether they go up or not.
One about Forest as well today.
Yeah, Forest or Fulham. I hope he goes to a Premier League team if he does go out on loan. I think this season, actually, he might do well staying just because we're in Europa League. So I think he would get a lot of game time. I think he would get a lot more game time than if we were in the Champions League, that's for sure. So I think it could be worthwhile him staying around and then proving his worth. It happened for Harry Kane, who could have easily gone out on loan or something in that season, but he stayed around. He earned his place in the Europa League.
I don't think the loan system worked for Harry Kane, though.
No, probably maybe not. You could argue either way. You could argue it built him up, or you could argue he didn't do well on either. But look, I think if he could prove his worth in the Europa League games and show how good he is, maybe he could even be pushing for a place in the team. So it could be worth his while staying. But if he was to go out on loan to a Premier League team or a upper end Championship team, I wouldn't begrudge him, because I think at his age he needs to be started getting more regular minutes. I think he's still young, 19, I think 20, but I think he probably wants to start getting regular minutes.
What do you make of the comment that Jose made about him being a future captain?
Yeah, it's exciting, and I think Skipp has shown maturity beyond his years whenever he's played. He's showed a calmness and he's showed effectiveness on the ball. So I think it's promising comments from Jose. Clearly he sees the quality in him, and I think we've all seen how the quality in Skipp from a young player. So hopefully he's absolutely right. He can show the leadership skills building up into the team. And there's no one better to be a captain than a homegrown player,
of course,
who's someone who really feels the team. So I hope he's right. I really do.
And Troy Parrott, he's been rumoured to go to Millwall on loan.
Make him a little tough bastard. Yeah, I like it. I like those rumours. And I think Parrott more than Skipp, I would be more than happy for him to go on loan. I really want to see how he does when he's playing very regularly for a Championship side, how many goals he gets, how effective he is, because it's all well and good him banging goals at youth level, which he has been doing. But it's clear that this level is way too easy for him. So I really want to see how he performs when he ups his level, if he can stay that finisher that he's been, and if we really do have the next big thing on the cards in the striking department.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I think, you just want to see him knuckle down a place at a team, just any team, whether it be Championship, I think even League One, to be honest, because he's so young. He could go there and,
Still, 18, isn't he? 19.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He can go there for a season, or even for 6 months until January or something, or till the next transfer window, whenever that may be, and just get some regular playing time at a consistent level.
Windy COYS had Chris Miller had a good theory that maybe what we could do is, for the first half of the season, for Parrott, Skipp, and Sessegnon and the other youngsters, Harvey White, Kirkin, we'll keep them on board for the first half of the season, get them playing all the Europa League games, and second half of the season turn them out on loan.
That's actually a really smart idea, I think. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea.
So for the second half, we can take over the Europa League once we get to the latter stages and take it seriously.
Yeah, I like
that idea.
Nice one, Winnie. And let's just finish off with a little discussion about Josh Onuma. Scored an absolute belter. Well, not a belter, but what a goal.
Yeah, a very good goal for Fulham.
Absolutely sensational goal in the playoffs. For Fulham. Marcus Edwards seems to be smashing out in Portugal. I think he got his team's Player of the Year this year.
Did he?
Yeah. He's one of the most I think he's one of the most youngest stars in the Portuguese league. He's most wanted. I think a lot of clubs are looking up and taking notice of Marcus Edwards after his season.
Especially recently, he seems he's scoring a banger a week at the moment. In the past few weeks.
He's playing really, really well in Portugal. Now, what went wrong at Tottenham? And why did we get rid of him instead of like sending him out on loan or like have a buyback clause in the contract, something like that?
Do we not have a buyback clause in the
No,
contract?
we've got a sell on percentage fee.
Okay, which we can use to kind of to get a better value deal. What went wrong? Apparently, it was attitude. I remember reading an article saying his attitude was not on point. Pochettino wasn't happy about his attitude towards training and towards playing. Look, maybe it could be different under Jose. Maybe he's matured. Maybe his mindset's
why not
changed.
Send him on loan? Why sell him? Because he's obviously a talent and he's a young kid.
Clearly, you got to ask Pochettino. But I think it could be maybe it's a mistake. Maybe you made a mistake selling him instead of sending him out on loan. Clearly, we all wanted him to work with Marcus Edwards. We could all see the quality whenever he made a few cameo appearances for Spurs. He did show a lot of quality and showed a lot of skill. Pochettino even said himself, he's a mini Messi, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that was his downfall.
But I think, look, clearly Pochettino lost faith in him if he sold him. But did he do that? Was it misplaced, that loss of faith? I'm not sure.
Well, it looks as it at the moment.
At the moment, his attitude seems to have changed. However, Portuguese league isn't to be sniffed out for a young player. It's not easy to perform at a young age at a top level division like the Portuguese league. But it remains to be seen how we would do if the level was upped, I guess. That's the only thing I would say. But look, if we were to get him back, I'd be all for it. I'd like to see him given another go because he grew up at Tottenham. He's a youth academy player, so I think hopefully he has a connection there. But I think Pochettino clearly saw something in his attitude that he really didn't like. So that's why he must have sold him.
And Josh Onoma, that's a bit of a more easier one. I mean, he hasn't pulled up many trees at Fulham.
Only recently he started to play well.
Yeah, Fulham fans have been on his back most of the time he's been there. And then last couple of games, he's really started to join the party. So do you reckon he's also one that we might have let go too early?
I think he's starting to really get to grips now with the team at Fulham. I think another player who I think can become a Premier League player, and he's also a player who we were very excited about back in the day, especially.
I remember those Dembele comments about him saying this guy's the next big thing in midfield.
Yeah, and
the future of Tottenham's midfield.
And we were very excited about him. I remember he put some really good performances in pre-season and for the England Under-20 World Cup. He was putting in some really good performances, but I think the jury's still out on him at the moment. He's playing well. He scored a great goal in the playoffs, but the jury is definitely still out on him. He's definitely not been consistent for Fulham. And I think recently he's really started to play well, but I think we have to see how he performs if they get into the Premier League.
All right. Well, that is your Tottenham update today. We spoke about Troy Parrott, Ollie Skipp, Juan Foyth, Josh Onoma, Marcus Edwards, and the kit launch tomorrow. Let me know in the comment section below any thoughts revolving those subjects. And as always, come on you Spurs.